journey is probably not unlike, many people's journey. I actually knew since I was 9 years old, and I have compositions, papers, they used to call them compositions, writing about me being a designer. I wanted to be a fashion designer and an interior designer, and I do have proof since 9 years old. Working in interiors, you're really affecting people's lives. And I think it was interesting. I was speaking to someone yesterday, and they pointed this out, and it's really true. I love business. I love business, and I love the challenges, and I love everything that goes along with business. But what really drives me is not money. What I come to life is when I'm talking about helping people and affecting people's lives, and how I want everyone to really be happy. My vehicle is the home, but my message is really about empowering people. So that's when I get excited and animated. The money's great. We all want to have money and a lot of money, but that's never been my driver. When I think back to when I started, you just have to dive in. I had no experience doing homes, and I just presented like I did. You have to have the confidence. You have to be the job you want. So that was, an interesting experience starting to build the business. It really just came to me. I actually was president of the board of my co-op in New York City. And so people had always been asking me to please, even in fashion, please, can you do my interior? Can you do my home? Please, can you do this? And when I started to do it little by little, I was president of the board. And so people in the building started to come to me and do their apartments. So it became like a really easy transition. Like literally in a year I had a business. Anyone who told us women that we could have it all lied. Okay, we can't. We can if we have it at different times and in a different balance. But having it all at once, that's really a lie. You can't. I couldn't do what I wanted to do in business and really be there for my family the way I had to be. I had a responsibility to be, and I wanted to be. So I think that was for me a very big challenge for quite a few years, is wanting to do more and like just feeling it and like pushing it and really knowing that I can't do that because I had other priorities. I don't regret it one bit, but it was definitely a challenge that I worked with, which is why I'm doing it now. Industry organizations, I think, are very important. They're critical for many, many different reasons. For the ability to connect with other peers, to be able to make connections and network with vendors and other people that are not designers that can also help your career along the way. You never know how somebody can affect your career when meeting them. It could be anything from someone who's an editor of a magazine to a vendor that you end up doing a licensing deal with, to having peers that can support you. And I think having the peer support is really critical. None of us know everything. And even if we do know things, the experience affects us in different ways, and it's good to play off of other people and get feedback. When I was asked to be president of the New York chapter, I jumped at it because I always think, and this is true for all the charities and things that I'm involved with as well, if you know that you could make a difference, you have to. First of all, it is not for the faint-hearted. You can guarantee that anything that I do is not for the faint-hearted. It's everything from, what's your look going to be? What's your differentiator in the market? What's your price points? Who you're selling to, and how are you going to market that? You have to answer those questions when you go into that, because even if you have great collections, how are you marketing? Are you showing at High Point? Are you going to have another showroom somewhere else? Or are you going to be doing only to the trade, retail into the trade? Now with all the e-commerce, it's a lot of decisions to make. So you have to really decide what your vision is and how you're going to implement it. I meditate every day. I've been doing TM, Transcendental Meditation, since I'm 17 years old. So now, is it every day of my whole life since I'm 17? Oh, there have been times, months, maybe even a couple of years I didn't do it over time, of course. But I do typically meditate every day. I have a gratitude practice. I think gratitude is really important. And so every morning before I pick up my phone and start, because once I do that, I'm down a black hole and I'm not meditating. That's what happens. Those are the days I miss. So I do my 20 minutes of meditation in the morning with TM, then I do my gratitude, and that really helped. And part of that is I also, when you do visualize, you visualize it already happening, and I think positive. That's thinking positive is not something that I do because I have to. Like I said, it's like I have a one of those when you're swimming, a life jacket. You're wearing a life jacket that keeps you buoyed in the water. It's like I have a permanent life jacket, sort of, So I it's just my nature to be positive. So I am almost always positive, looking at what can be transmuted to positive if it's not positive. And I think that the meditation, the visualization, and the gratitude, that is manifestation. That's how you manifest. So I hate journaling. I do. I know how beneficial it is. I understand that. I've done journaling workshops. I just do not vibe with it. It's really important to dream and to just know that you can do what you want to do. Like don't be held back by people saying no, or it's not the right time. Use your gut and go for what it is that's important to you. Because if it's important to you, you're going to make it happen.